view to myself. Yeah, why would I give it up? Why do they wanna come take my place? I work too hard for it, don't need a replacement. This my vocation. Now I got rollies all in rotation. Hop on a jet just to take a vacation. Remember the moments was trapped in the basement. Now the hard work is all taking me places. Water no bed like we trapped in the matrix. Bet on myself and go ball out in Vegas. Living a life like I'm rich and I'm famous. Don't see the grind that I know that it came with. Oh, I ain't make it this far for myself. I had to prove to everybody else. I had to set them straight. I had to boss. I had to renovate. I know they hate when you elevate. You're stacking up losses, I'm handing them out. Yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment. I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly. I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate. Elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate. Elevate, elevate. Yeah. They hate when you elevate. Elevate, elevate.
Burn live. Y'all motherfuckingly keeping you connected, hashtagging these red eyes, changing the viewers eye red, keeping underage, smoking off social media, killing myself for your entertainment, sitting here with friends and family, starting a cannabisation. I'm live. I know I ain't been live in a while. What's up, Rio? How you doing, Captain? What's up? How you doing?
What's the word? I was well.
Man, 56 degrees Fahrenheit. Sunny, should be around 60 degrees. We're out of this rain. We're out of this long rain. Oh my God, bro. Lots been going on right now. Right now, we got Fannie Wallace is in court, live in court. We got that going on right now. We also got a shooting going on in Kansas City last night. Oh my God, this is going down. When I say this election year, it's election year. It's election season. It's here. Hey, I just found out something weird I didn't know nothing about either, bro. Is that Kanye West put out a commercial during the Super Bowl. He paid $7 million for a commercial. It wasn't really that good because I actually seen the commercial. I didn't know nothing about it. But man made $19 million off a $7 million commercial.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Very, very, let me see. Let me see if I can find it. So welcome Rumble, welcome YouTube, welcome Facebook, welcome Instagram, welcome everybody to the podcast. Appreciate everybody chilling with your boy, hanging out. Let me see. Cause it was so little. I don't even know where I was at. I feel like I was in the beginning of the podcast, but that's how I found out during the podcast.
On your head. You don't want to live to see that bill.
So what's been up with you?
Shit. Same shit.
Same shit, different day.
Yeah.
How Arizona weather treating you?
Shit, it's feeling good. Goddamn, it's let me see. It's 58 degrees out here.
58. It's 56.
Yeah. By 4 p.m. the highest is gonna get 72.
Straight up. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the this is them talking about the Yeezy. This is the commercial that he did before the Super Bowl. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't know nothing about it, so I think this is something cool to share with y'all. information wise of something that's going on recently that was hidden, but something that was hidden in plain sight. I would like to say.
Here we go.
Y'all, this Ye, and it's my commercial. And since we spent all the money on the commercial spot, we actually didn't spend any money on the actual commercial. But the idea is I want you to go to Yeezy.com, YEEZY.com, and I'm gonna write it at the bottom of the screen. And I got some shoes, and that's it.
And they played that at the Super Bowl? Did they play that on the Super Bowl?
Think about the level of boldness to be driving probably the guy. He may be going to McDonald's to get a Big Mac. He's like, looks at
That
the
didn't
driver.
look like a
God,
Bentley. That
that's
looked like
it.
a cat.
That motherfucker was bogus.
It was bogus. I feel you on that. But the man made $19 million off of that commercial. He paid $7 million for that commercial and made 19. What do you think?
That's trying to be a come up.
That's a come up. It's like almost tell me like, man, if you really put your shit together, you can come up off of anything damn near. You find the right marketing scale, you can come up off of anything. What do you think about what do you think about when you hear the word legacy?
Legacy?
Yeah.
Like shit. Like shit. Like Michael Jordan left a legacy.
Michael Jordan left a
Kobe.
legacy.
Kobe left a legacy.
What he leave? Work
Huh?
ethic? Work ethic?
Who, Kobe?
Yeah.
Shit, motherfuckers want to be like Kobe.
Who?
Well, motherfuckers did want to be like Kobe.
I haven't heard nobody say I want to be like Kobe.
You ain't never heard nobody
Jordan.
say that?
No,
Well, Jordan,
not Kobe.
Jordan, huh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You know, I heard of Jordan. I heard people say Kobe's one of the best. What's it called? But when I watch the debates, Stephen A. Smith and then they talk about the greatest, they don't mention Kobe.
I don't know why. They should.
He's not in nobody's top. Nah, he's not in nobody's top 5. Maybe top 10, but not top 5. He not gonna start. Yeah, and I'm not trying to knock out, even though, you know what I'm saying, people are like, man, you just sound like you're not a Kobe fan. That is true. I'm not a Kobe fan, but I'm just saying off of hearing people talk and debate about the GOAT, the greatest, you know what I'm saying? Right now, the greatest basketball of all time between Jordan and LeBron. They throw Kobe in as a person that played with both of them, a person who energy, work ethic was higher than anybody's ever in the work business, in the business. I think he had maybe a stricter work ethic than I want to even say stricter work ethic than even Tom Brady. And Tom Brady lasted a long time. But understandable.
Man, I don't fuck with LeBron.
Why?
I never did like LeBron.
You don't think? But can you give him credit and say that he's one of the best black business entrepreneurs out there in the game?
I give the nigga his flowers, but I still don't like the nigga.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like him either as a sports fan, I'm not finna say, hey, I'm a LeBron. I never been on none of the teams. Now, I'm a Clippers fan over here. You know what I'm saying? Straight Clippers. Since Blake Griffin came into the league. But I'm
My favorite hooper was always AI though.
he changed the game. People that changed the so and going back to the question, it sounds like you're saying that people that leave legacies most likely are people that change the game.
Yeah, AI.
But what about people that you don't? So there's people out there that you don't hear about that change the game, that leave a legacy and stuff like that. You got, for instance, Johnny Cochran.
Never
Johnny
heard of.
Cochran. O.J. Simpson trial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Johnny Cochran.
Oh, Johnny Cochran.
Yeah, I thought it'd make sense. So leaving a legend, you have to know the name because you could build a successful dog empire, but it don't blow up like that where it's all televised. They're still leaving a legacy.
Like, who else left for legacy? Motherfucker goddamn it.
Berta
Yeah.
is leaving a legacy.
Who?
Berta.
Berta? I was gonna say
But he's
Young
leaving
Dolph.
Young Dolph?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll give you that and say Young Dolph left a legacy.
Just for a simple fact, like, when it was just him, he was still eating or whatever. And then now that he dead, shit, the whole paper route still doing their thing.
But legacy also. Go ahead.
Most niggas would've, as soon as the CEO fuck around, die shit. Most motherfuckers go their separate ways. They still holding it down for Dolph.
Is they holding it down for Dolph, or they know if they go their separate ways, they can't eat?
You know what? Well, I know Key Glock go eat. Jay Fizzle go eat. So really, it's
for
probably
sure.
shit. They probably. I mean, shit. They Glock by himself now. Damn near, you can say Glock by himself. He the face of PRE.
I heard a debate on a TikTok short, and I thought it was a very good debate. 30 seconds. Who's a bigger headliner, Chris Brown or Quavo? Right
Who?
now, Quavo or Chris Brown? Who's a big headliner?
Quavo or who?
Chris Brown. Chris Breezy.
And who?
Quavo.
I probably have to say Chris Brown.
Do you know they was arguing that they were literally arguing that Quavo was a bigger headliner than Chris Brown, and the one dude by himself had to argue himself and say, "Bro, y'all tripping," just like how you say. And then when I asked other people about it, they say the same thing what you just said.
Well, now, yeah. But back in the day, it would have been Chris Brown. What I mean by back in the day, like probably like back in the day.
Okay, what are you? Whose songs you think you hearing more? Chris Brown songs or Quavo songs at a Sweet 16?
When I was 16,
A Sweet 16. Listen to the words that I'm saying. I need you to listen
sweet,
carefully.
you said sweet 16.
Who music is you think getting heard more at a sweet 16?
Male or female?
Do males have sweet 16s? Maybe we need to have this debate right here.
Yeah, some males do have sweet 16.
Name a male that had a sweet 16.
A male that's sweet.
That's not name a person that you know that had a sweet 16 birthday. That's a dude. That's a guy. That's a boy.
Chris Brown, man. Chris Brown.
Chris Brown did not have a sweet 16 birthday.
No. I ain't saying Chris Brown had a sweet 16, but I'm saying Chris Brown is what you go hear.
Then you're not okay. You're not okay, bro.
You said answer the question. Who music gonna get played more? Chris Brown or Quavo at a sweet 16,
okay, I
right?
was past that. You're like you avoided that question, went back a question. Are boys having a sweet 16? Yes or no? I'm gonna guess I had to ask that question. Or I'm not trying to make it personal. That's why I'm asking in general. I'm not asking personal.
Okay,
in
so
general.
look. Let me see. I seen a famous motherfucker give his son I wouldn't call it a sweet 16, but it was a big motherfucking 16. Matter of fact, I think Boosie did something for his son when he turned 16. He did something for all his kids when he turned 16. But
that's not the point. That's not the point. The key words are we're talking about which male have you ever seen had a sweet 16? Which boy have you ever seen? Ever?
Nah, man. Nah.
Because you know what I was finna ask you, is you gonna have a sweet 16 with your boy, with your son?
It ain't gonna be sweet, but he gonna have a motherfucking fire-ass 16th birthday.
You gonna say that about all his birthdays?
Nah. Yeah, he probably will, but the 16th one, he gonna always remember that one. I remember on my 16th birthday, pop whoa, this, that, and the third.
So what was your 16th birthday like since you had a sweet 16th birthday?
Nigga, I was in a fucking hood.
So?
I don't remember that shit.
I rest my case, Your Honor. So ain't nobody really finna remember their 16th birthday party, period.
If it was lit like that, hell yeah.
If they had a lit birthday party. Guys do not have a sweet 16. That's never been heard of. That's never. I mean, it's probably done. Hold on. Let me finish. It's probably done to now generations. Now boys are having a sweet 16, and I'm going to stand on my podcast and say this. If a boy having a sweet 16, there's something wrong with the parents. I'm going to repeat myself one more time for my audience, not for you. If a boy is having a sweet 16, there is something wrong with the parents. Boys don't have sweet 16. That's never been heard of until now. Boys don't get that. You know, at 16, yes, we have a fire birthday. But more intriguing for a male's birthday is more at 18 and 21. Those are the more two efficient dates where something really truly go down, and you have that coming into adulthood. Now, 16, yes, you can have a fire party if your parents put together. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? True indeed. You know, get a hotel out in the park. You know, music, family, big and black. But when you hit that 18, when you hit that 21, for as a male, those are more intriguing birthdays. Like I remember my 18th birthday. Got drunk as hell. Didn't do too much, but got drunk as hell, passed out, and wonder why I didn't get in trouble. Because I knew I should have got in trouble.
Why you didn't get in trouble?
I don't know. I don't know. Till this day, I still don't know. But I remember that. Sometimes I did want to ask my auntie because dog, it was me and three of my other best friends. We sat in the living room on Shenandoah and passed around the bottle. We got drunk that fast. Well, I did. I got drunk super fast. But back to the thing, dudes don't have a sweet 16. Now, girls having sweet 16, are there male music there? Yeah, sure indeed. You know, back or a little bit after my 16, at the Bow Wow and them blew up and stuff like that, Sweet 16 was like the thing. And then the Summer Jam was popping. Chris Brown, Omarion, all them dancing, singing. When you was dancing and singing, boy, you could, hell yeah. Nowadays, you scared to go to a tour now because you be like, damn, who finna shoot it up? Who, what, where, why is who's finna shoot it up? So you just like, you gotta be careful. You got to be careful. In other news, ladies and gentlemen, Trump is still leading in polls. Democrats are going batshit crazy of hoping and wishing and wondering how to stop Donald Trump and his rage and what he is doing. Other news, man, I've been watching this grandpa gaming, dog, and this dude be sniping the life out of people. And I think he be playing Battlefield.
Shit.
Man, I would hate to go to court for a divorce and then hate to go to court now. Not only am I going to court for divorce, but now I'm going to court for having an affair with my wife, with my boss, using taxpayers' money. And what now? I'm just all on the news. Man, court case is live right now. He all in court.
I hate to go to court and knowing that I gotta get half of my shit up. So when I get married, shorty, you better sign that prenup.
I just don't get it, like, and this is the one reason why I was asking you about legacy, because I don't understand if you gonna take the time out to go after one of the biggest people in America, one of the biggest names. I know things happen, but man, this is not no ordinary thing. This what we watching live on television is not ordinary. This is not normal. This should not be happening.
Who they going after?
They're going after the black man because he had an affair with his boss. His boss is official attorney, and she got promoted by trying to lock up Trump in Atlanta, Georgia, on a RICO charge. So you paid this black man right here that you see on screen, you pay him $760,000, 3 times more than you paid your other defendant people that are going after Trump too. That was fishy. Not only was that fishy, he's going through a divorce, and you having an affair with him while he's going through a divorce. And now she's claiming that he was spending her money on their relationship.
That you did not have sexual relationships with anyone outside of your marriage.
Right on time.
And the period of separation is during the period then you're answering the question to this interrogatory, correct,
Right
sir?
on time.
I'm saying during the course of my marriage, I did not have sexual relations to anyone, and this answers no.
Well, again, Your Honor,
I understand. You can proceed, Mr. Gill.
we need a yes or no. Let's just get down to it. Did you or did you not, by May the 30th, 2023, have had sexual relations with Miss Willis, yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I'm pausing it right there, ladies and gentlemen, because you just seen right there how he just right there switched it up. I wanted to go live earlier today, maybe about an hour or two ago, because they was questioning him and he was just laughing about when he was saying certain things. I was like, bro, do you know how guilty that makes you look right now? I really don't think that makes you look like you just heard him say, no, I didn't have an affair. Okay, let's get down to it. Did you have an affair with Fannie Waller? Oh, yes. So you just said no, now you just said yes. We're in court. You a lawyer. This is what's blowing my mind. You are a lawyer. You should know how this go. And I understand how you can take a question and make a person ask you a question a certain way to get an answer. And I also that you can receive a question in an awkward way and answer under the duress that you feel like it's the way that you felt like he delivered you the question. I know that probably is a very tongue-twisting agenda to take, but you got to understand in a court case, that's how people looking.
What you did is you answered no to that question, did you, or none, correct?
I didn't answer no to the question you just asked. I answered no to the interrogatory question.
And the interrogatory,
That's why, for some reason, I knew. You see how I'm already trying to explain it to y'all on a D classroom level. Okay, we D class students. We're gonna act like we dumb as hell because we ain't know no lawyer shit. But we're smart enough to understand when somebody asks you a question, you know what you're in court for. You know what you're in court for. This is why I was asking you early before we got into this, my brother, about legacy. This is part of your legacy. You're going after this man. Why is you playing around in court like this? And this is just my opinion that he's playing around in court, but I feel like you're playing around in court. You playing with these people because you know how to answer a question and say, hey, you asked a question like this, so yes, I can answer it like that. Come on, man. But you got people out there who's seeing this, who's like, okay, bro. So if I took that question, I just like, okay, well, you just flat out gonna lie about everything else that you say. You're gonna lie about everything else that you're gonna say. How can I take your testimony as you're being truthful in court? When you just, can we say he lied?
He did.
That'd be up to you. Huh?
He did.
He did. Okay, so you even say, okay, he did. I'm like, what is it? Which one is going to be?
Well, no, because he said, okay, so the question was, did you have intercourse with someone outside your marriage besides shorty ass? And he said no. And then they asked did he had sexual intercourse with shorty ass, and he said yeah.
Like, yeah. Okay, let's go back. Technically, he said, did you have intercourse with anybody outside your marriage?
Okay, yeah, you're right.
So when you say anybody, that's still meaning Fanny. But we're gonna open up a question. We're not gonna go straight to the guts. No, we're gonna see how open. That's what you call. We're gonna see how openly, truthfully you're gonna tell the story. You see what I'm saying? Did you have an open relationship outside your? No. Did you have sex with her? Yes. Okay, that means right there, automatically, we're not going to have a open, truthful discussion. Only way you're going to tell the truth if you come specific on the question and who you're being pointed directly at. So let's hear this out.
stands that you answered as a pleading in a civil proceeding, your divorce case, right?
Yes.
Now, excuse me. The next interrogatory, let's move there. That interrogatory states as follows. Identify any and all occasions in which you entertain a member of the opposite sex other than your spouse who is not related to you by blood or marriage. You see that?
I do.
Now, there are two parts to this. The second part is, I read on, or in which a member of the opposite sex other than your spouse, not related to you by blood or marriage, entertained you. And then it goes on to say, including but not limited to dining, drinking, in restaurants, bars, pubs, hotels. You see that, correct?
I do.
Now, as of May the 30th, 2023, when you filed this interrogatory, you had in fact entertained Miss Willis on many occasions, had you not?
Again, during the course of the marriage was irretrievably broken in 2015.
Well,
the
then
answer's still no.
Let's read what the interrogatory says about the time period required to answer the interrogatory. Because what it says is, it goes on to say, including but not limited to dining and or drinking at any restaurants, bars, pubs, hotels, or persons' homes from the date of marriage to the present. Do you understand what the word present means?
I do.
And present means the filing on May the 30th, 2023. Isn't that right?
It is.
So as of May the 30th, 2023, you have done a lot, or you had done a lot of entertaining of Miss Willis, had you not?
I had done some, yes.
And in fact, under your testimony, you would have said that she had also entertained you. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
And so your answer to this interrogatory is false, is it not, sir?
No, it's not false.
Well, I hate to dance around the, the answer is yes, you did entertain Miss Willis, correct? Right?
Yes.
She's not your spouse at that time or at any time, correct?
That's correct.
She's not related to you by blood or marriage, correct?
Now, this is him obviously admitting that he had an affair with her. Okay, so, all right, he had an affair.
That's correct.
But you entertained her, right?
Yes.
And during the course from your marriage, the period of time up to the present, so the answer would have been, yes, I did entertain somebody, correct?
During the course of the marriage, no.
Mr. Wade.
Mr. Gillen, I think we've made our point. I think it speaks for itself, and we can save that per argument.
I'll just follow up with one quick question. You understand what the word present means?
Your Honor, that's been asked and answered.
I think we did cover that already as well.
Okay. Now, what has happened from the time that you filed this court document in May of 2023, let's go over some of the things that you have been involved in terms of being entertained or entertaining. Prior to your filing on the answer on the interrogatories on May the 30th, 2023, we've already established, have we not, that you had paid for a Royal Caribbean cruise to the Bahamas with Miss Willis, correct?
Yes, sir, with Miss Willis and my mother.
Well,
oh shit. Oh shit. Time out. I'm gonna put them back there. Hold on. I'm gonna put them back there real quick. I'm gonna put them behind screen. I gotta do the close-up face real quick because I cannot believe we just heard that y'all went on a cruise ship together. Y'all went on a cruise together. Stop playing with me. Stop playing. Y'all, come on, man. Let's wake up. Let's understand we're seeing a laughing matter. I'm laughing at this because I believe that when you're going after something that big and you doing like Steph, oh, come on. This is funny. If y'all don't think this is comedy, then I'm wasting my time. This is extremely funny to me, bro. We went on cruise ships together, me and my mom and her, you know what I'm saying? So instead of introducing her to your mom, normally, hey mom, this is my boss, you know, at the office somewhere or at Subway somewhere, anywhere like that. Hey, yeah, mom, we just met up here at in the cruises. We taking a trip. Hey mom, you go ahead and go walk off, you know what I'm saying? Me and Fanny Wallace gonna walk on the love boat. The love boat, y'all. They went on a love boat together.
Mother's not a part of this interrogatory. I'm talking about Miss Willis, okay? So you paid and caused to be paid approximately $3,335 on that trip, Bahamas trip from October the 28th through October the 31st, correct?
Your Honor, objection. I think we've tread this ground several times already.
Mr. Gillen, let's cover new ground.
Well, I'm just trying to establish with specificity the things that he had done to entertain or be entertained prior to May the 30th, 2023. I'll try to move through it
Sure.
quickly.
Well, that's already part of the record in terms of his prior testimony. And so if you want to link those two things together, you can do that during argument.
Well, so let me discuss this. You indicated that during the course of your explanation concerning the Belize trip, that Miss Willis paid you all that money back in cash, remember?
Yes, sir.
Now, the Belize trip had just happened, hadn't it? That occurred in March 18th, 2023, right?
Yes, sir.
So you're filing this maybe 2 months after you have gone to Belize with Miss Willis, correct?
Your Honor, again, I believe all of this is
I
already.
think he might be getting somewhere new. We'll see.
Yes, sir.
So we've got the trip in to Belize on March the 18th, 2023. You and Miss Willis, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, 2 months later, you file the interrogatories that speak for themselves that we've gone over a few minutes ago, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, the March the 18th, 2023, to state the obvious, is before May the 30th, 2023. Will you agree with me on that?
I do.
Okay. So then you tell us that Miss Willis paid you in cash all the money for the entire trip. That was a gift for you for your birthday, correct?
Yes, sir.
And I'm sure you probably have the deposit slips where you took the cash and deposited the cash into your account, don't you?
I did not deposit the cash in my account.
You don't have a single solitary deposit slip to corroborate or support any of your allegations that you were paid by Mrs. Willis in cash, do you?
No, sir.
Not a single solitary one.
Not a one.
Now, when Miss Willis would pay you in cash, would you scamper down to the ATM with her and as she drew money out of her account
Your
to
Honor.
pay you these thousands of dollars?
Mr. Gillen might scamper, but there's been no evidence that Mr. Wade does. I object to the phrasing, the argumentative nature of the question.
All right. On that issue, overruled.
Did you and Miss Wade scamper down to the ATM machine and have her draw out? For example, on the Belize trip, just on your payment would have been $2,794.
Miss Wade,
For clarity, yeah, thank you.
Pardon me?
Miss Wade and I didn't go to Belize.
No, excuse me, Miss Willis, I'm sorry. Did you go down to the ATM with Miss Willis while she drew out $2,794 to pay you in cash that you did, did you go to the ATM with?
No, sir. She didn't go to the ATM. She carried the cash.
Oh, and so she would give you the cash. Did you have a little place in your house where you just stack up all this cash that you apparently got to repay you for these benefits that you bestowed on her?
Now, Mr. Gillen, if I answered that, I'm putting myself in jeopardy. If I tell the world that I have cash someplace in my home, don't you think that could be problematic?
No, I don't. I want an answer as to whether or not you have a little cash hoard in your house where you have allegedly taken the money that you got from Mrs. Willis and went and put it somewhere. Where'd you put it?
No, sir.
Now, just put it on the hip and kind of walk around money?
Did I put it on my hip?
Yeah, just walking around money where you would spend cash yourself?
Let me finish. Did I put it on my hip in Belize and walk around with
No,
it?
when you got paid back would you take the money, the cash that she gave you, and would you just carry it around with you for spending money around town?
So we have to break down each trip because, for example, for the cruise, she paid me the money before we took the cruise. So I was here and I could put the money in my pocket or put it away wherever I wanted to do with it. Other trips, she would give me the money there. So at that point, I could either spend it or put it in my pocket or put it in the hotel safe.
There's no special place that you would have all this cash that you would be getting from her that you've told us about to pay back for the benefits that you have bestowed on her?
The only special place that cash would have gone would have been to one of my children.
Okay. Now, are you aware, have you discussed these pleadings with Ms. Willis?
No, sir.
So there's been no discussion between you and Ms. Willis about the allegation concerning the benefits that you have bestowed on her? Is that correct?
Actually, the phrasing, the benefits bestowed upon her, I don't believe that's an accurate reflection of the testimony, and I don't think that's an appropriate question.
I think overruled. You can answer the question.
Okay. When you said proceedings, are you talking about the divorce proceedings? Because we were talking about the interrogatories. To that question, the answer is no. If you're at, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead with your answer. I'll hear the complete answer, then I'll follow up.
Okay. If you're asking me about this hearing, the proceedings of this hearing, have we discussed the financial piece based upon Mr. Roman's motion? Yes.
So you have discussed the financial piece. Where did that discussion take place?
Conference room.
Were you other people there, or were you and Ms. Willis discussing this about what your position was going to be?
The relevance of this.
Well,
Mr. Gillen?
yeah, the relevance has to do with suddenly we have a declaration from Mr. Wade in this case where he says roughly equal and then shows one alleged payment by Ms. Willis. No mention of cash, none. So I need to find out a little bit more about how suddenly we have this revelation about cash from the witness stand today.
All right. Overruled.
So we part company there when you say no mention of cash.
He wildin'. I'm not gonna keep it up there. If I do, I'll come back to it a little bit later. I'm a little curious about this interview right here and what's going on. I'm curious. There's always something going on when people get scared. There we go. I like that one.
You've had a week or so to think about what you said. Do you still feel the same way as far as the joke, upholding the joke and being defiant and unapologetic about it?
I'm an advocate for free speech, right?
Okay.
The great Patrice O'Neal said that a funny joke and a bad joke come from the same place. So that was my attempt at comedy.
Explain it.
It was to get shock value. I'm a troll. You heckle me, now I heckle you. I talked to George Floyd's brother.
When?
Sunday. Trey, you know Trey?
Yeah.
Trey the Truth?
Yeah.
I think he said he's George Floyd's brother or cousin or something.
I'm not sure what the relationship is, but I know Trey. Shouts out to Trey.
Trey the Truth.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, Trey, if I upset you personally, because that's your relative, I apologize. But I don't apologize for doing a joke. Have you watched the full video, sir?
I did.
So did you see at the end that, or towards the end, that a couple of the guys from the table fist bumped me and they didn't want to leave, but they only had to leave because they were all riding together?
Yeah, that was pressure.
Oh.
Yeah, I felt like that was pressure. I saw him. I wouldn't have fist bumped you. I would have stayed on code.
Why was it pressure?
I wouldn't fist bump. You know,
So we can say that my George Floyd joke was pressure.
Here's the thing. Like everybody, just because somebody black, all skin folk ain't kin folk.
Who says that?
I said it.
Like people are calling me racist. How am I racist? I'm racist. Do you think I'm racist?
Well, you can't be racist.
Okay.
You know,
y'all hear that? Please
not
clip
in
that
America.
up.
You can't be racist.
Okay, I just wanted to know.
Yeah.
So when I was on that stage, I said whatever because I'm in.
So I know people y'all done heard about the viral thing that went viral. And the comedian, this is him right here. He went on a podcast to explain himself about it and stuff like that. I think that's funny. I really do. I really do. I thought it was funny. You know what I'm saying? People make jokes at everything. Y'all didn't say nothing when Dave Chappelle made fun of R. Kelly. It was cool. It was extremely cool. So what makes this not cool? And that's where he getting at. Hey, I was wondering what was this about?
In command. And if the boat is sinking, just like on the Titanic, I'm playing my motherfucking violin until that bitch sink. And I stand by that. And like I said, if I offended you on an individual level and you want to reach out to me, like you, I talk to you. I talk to Trader Truth. I talk to a couple of other people, right? And like I said, if I offended y'all on an individual level, I do apologize. But I'm not apologizing for the joke. Because then where does it stop?
All right, guys, so we got to talk about a story that I think is a prime example of why black people cannot get ahead, okay? Because our priorities are simply in the wrong place, okay? We worry about the wrong things. We get outraged and give so much energy towards things that literally do not matter when there are much bigger issues that I think that black people should be putting anger and outrage towards. Like, for example, all of the black people that are being killed every single day in these liberal cities across the country, mainly because of these soft on crime policies from Democrats. I think that that's a much bigger priority. However, that is not what black people are concerned about, right? What they're actually concerned about are comedians, okay? Comedians who tell jokes about George Floyd, their apparent civil rights icon that you can't tell a joke about, okay? And this is what they're upset about because David Lucas, who happens to be black, told a joke about George Floyd that they didn't like. And ever since then, they have been boohoo, whining, and crying and calling to cancel David Lucas. I mean, some of the woke revolutionaries who claim not to be fragile on their shirt, right, are so fragile that they're calling for code enforcers to issue consequences for people like David Lucas for being anti-black and not staying on code, which means you're not behaving the way that black liberals say that you're supposed to behave as a black person. Because of that, he must face consequences for his actions, according to some of the woke revolutionaries who seem to be extremely fragile about the George Floyd joke.
All right. Nah, this is crazy. This is not cool. Hope this doesn't go in the wrong direction, even though we know it's gonna go in the wrong direction. Y'all already know.
This is the problem with staying on code. Because when it comes to being FBA, I understand people want to talk about, hey, we got to stay on code. The code in and of itself is meaningless without enforcement. The law, let's take an example for the law. People don't fear the law, right? When it says, hey, do 35 or do 65, people don't fear going 80. They don't fear doing 40. That's not what they fear. They fear the repercussions for them being caught breaking the law. That's what they fear. They fear the repercussions from violating the law. So when we have a code and we are without code enforcers, then the code is meaningless. If we have people like this anti-black racist that suffers no repercussions from his anti-black behavior, then the code is meaningless. There has to be, along with the code, has to be code enforcers. Leaving the show is not good enough, all right? It's not good enough. There has to be social repercussions for this type of behavior. I would go a little further, but there are limitations to what I can and can't say on this platform. But there has to be repercussions for such anti-black behavior.
What does he mean? I will go a little bit further, but I can't go. You want to throw them hands? He want to throw them hands, y'all. He want to step outside. He want to rumble in the Bronx. He want to rock you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Come on, man. You do not want to mess with nobody out here just because you lift weights and in shape and looking great. You don't want to go out here messing with these people, man. Leave us alone. Let us speak how we speak, because you speak how you spoke. It's finna get funky out here.
Behavior,
y'all.
especially from within. If we can't filter our own, and best believe these saltines do not want that to happen. In many cases, they don't allow that to happen.
Oh, but you fuck with me.
Did he say saltine? Whoa, 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 whoa.
Repercussions for such anti-black behavior, especially from within. If we can't filter our own, and best believe these saltines do not want that to happen. In many cases, they don't allow that to happen.
Oh, but you fuck with me a little bit, right? See that? Yeah.
Under the law, slavery can earn a freedom by performing good deeds. They honor some black. Say the laws not only call people. Others ultimate results of why document? You see how long ago that was, y'all? That you became like free, and they still want to say that we okay.
And as long as there are people like this anti-black buffoon we see on stage, guess what? There will always be someone to spew out this anti-black drivel. But I would argue, if there were repercussions, just as there are repercussions you wearing the wrong color in the wrong hood, if there were repercussions like that for these people, guess what? That you wouldn't be able to find someone, because there has to be a pressure point. There has to be an understanding that, hey, these racist saltines are paying me to spew out this.
Ain't this hate crime right here what he's talking? Got the American flag upside down like he doesn't want to be here. This sounds like he doesn't want to be. It sounds like he wants to be somewhere else. Sound like he has a problem with America. Sound like the white man is holding him down. It sounds like it's election year and you're going to find people that are speaking out for the black community so we can get the vote for another white man in office. So what? So when he's saying these saltines, no matter what, you vote a saltine into some type of position to help this economy, to help America get great again. I don't get it. I'm kind of lost and confused. But what I just heard from him sounded like hate. That sounds like hate crime. Like, should I take his name and report him to the FBI, to the CIA? I'm like, hey, I felt threatened. Everything he said was just threatened. I felt threatened. My black skin is shivering over here with fear that a guy like him is out there looking for a guy like me because I feel a certain type of way and we doesn't agree with things, that he's ready to hurt and harm. Like, do I have the right to feel like that? Am I wrong for feeling like that? I'm just saying, just thinking about it, just trembling over here with fear that this black man is racist against me and he wants to take me out. Now, he definitely said and admitted that he wants to take me out, because he said if they was like they did when it was colors, they killed each other. Them guys kill each other. So you want us to sit up here and kill each other? Okay. That's how I got it. That's how I took it. Sorry.
anti-black rhetoric, but at the same time, the repercussion for me doing this far outweighs any financial gain that I may gather. That's what needs to happen. There has to be a pain point that they understand it's not worth it.
Yeah, so you see that, you heard that. Okay, the woke revolutionaries are so fragile that they are issuing what, to me, right, I'm hearing it, it sounds to me like a thinly veiled threat, okay, that is a violent threat to people that they disagree with politically in comedian.
Same thing I got here. I didn't I just said I wanted to say things before I heard it because I ain't never seen that video. I just seen it in the background, but I sure felt threatened. Anybody that feel like they black and a Trump supporter, we should be we should be putting him on up there. We should be putting him on up there. Or people are mad because of a story like this. People are mad because of stories like this.
Not going to agree with this one, so buckle your seatbelts. Number one, what the entire is a black national anthem, right? I'm black American. My ancestors was in this country, right? There's a black man in America, right? What the entire is the black national anthem, right? And this is not even coming from like, oh, I'm gonna be decisive, whatever. When I was in school, we sang the pledge, we did the Pledge of Allegiance, and we sang the national anthem. The national anthem now encompasses everybody in here. We do not need a black national anthem. What is the black national anthem for?
Yo, check out this comment. It says, if you have a problem with the black national anthem, then you are one of the reasons it's being sung. Well, I'm two of the reasons because I'm black and I have a problem with it.
Why is it necessary to have two anthems? Oh, that's right, because it's not. One nation, one national anthem.
There's only one
nation
national anthem.
under God.
And I'm sick and tired of all these fucking companies, especially the NFL and the NBA, play Lift Every Voice right before the national anthem. The black national anthem. There's no such thing as a black national anthem.
Timothy Askew, a professor at Clark Atlanta University, wrote an entire book about Lift Every Voice and Sing. And he said, to sing the black national anthem suggests that black people are separatist and want to have their own nation. This means that everything Martin Luther King Jr. believed about being one nation gets thrown out the window. Thanks, Professor. You'll be hearing from Whoopi. But he's right. If we have two anthems, why not three or five? Why not a woman's anthem, a Latino anthem, a gay, trans, indigenous peoples, and Asian Pacific Islander anthem? Because I'm not dealing with you, I'm not speaking to you, is not a way you can run a country. And most people of all backgrounds understand that already and don't even want to try to do it that way.
We talked about this yesterday, and I'm glad that, you know what I'm saying, this is a little short video just to show y'all, like, dog, this stuff is crazy. And the video that I watched yesterday was the explanation of a national anthem, meaning it's a national, your country. It's to represent the country you are from. Black national anthem, what country are you from when you hear that? What country are we representing? Because if we're not representing the country that you're from, then that black national anthem, this right here, is meaningless. It's outrageous. It's outrageous. It's outrageous. Yeah, I don't want to stay on here too much longer. I'm gonna probably come on later on tonight. I promise you. Come on a little bit later on tonight with some better things. I'm waiting for a couple of things to drop. I just want to drop that real quick and drop that now. Man, things are going down in the government, man. That's why we smoke weed and we cover. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.